Donatas Motiejunas is coming back to EuroLeague after 9 seasons between China and the NBA. At least in Lithuania, this decision doesn't leave anyone indifferent. Due to controversial decisions and couple scandals throughout his career, every basketball fan is wondering how good the big guy still is and how much he will help the Monaco team, who are getting ready for their EuroLeague debut. In order to answer this question, let's take a look at the video clips from last season's games and analyze his performance in a completely different basketball environment that is called the Chinese Basketball League. But before starting to dig deep, I would love to hear your predictions for Motiejunas' stat line for the next season in the EuroLeague. Write it down in the comment section below this video now, as you will hear my prediction at the end of the video. Last 3 seasons in China, he was putting up huge numbers, but as most of you know, CBA is a perfect place for all foreign players to inflate their stats. Games last 48 minutes and the level of local players is significantly lower if we would compare it with the EuroLeague. During the games last year, you could often see Demo throwing his hands in the air out of despair. He wasn't receiving the ball when the play was designed for him, or his playmakers just couldn't pass the half-court line because of the full-court pressure. From here comes my first doubt about his immediate success in Europe. He has played against much weaker competition for the last 4 years, and it could take some time until he adjusts to much higher quality of play in the EuroLeague. Leaving adjusting outside, he comes back with clear advantages and weaknesses in his game. The biggest warning sign comes at no surprise on the defensive side of the court. With him, coaches usually choose passive pick-and-roll defense where he drops in the paint. When guards start to attack, it triggers a couple of problems. First, Demo doesn't follow the role of the big man, putting himself in the middle. He should be lower, more or less in one line with the opposing big guy, thus forcing a mid-range shot from Sonny Weems. Instead, this is an easy pass to make and an even easier score. Even if he manages to stay lower than his opponent when the pass comes, he is not a viable rim protector. He just stands there with his hands held high, looking afraid of the contact and letting opponents score easily. Teams with American guards, whom Motiejunas will see every game in the EuroLeague, picked him as a target on high pick and roll since he is just too slow to stop them from attacking downhill. He had a big problem staying in front and even contesting the shots, as this little Chinese playmaker got his shoulder into Motiejunas, effectively pushing him away. Against Shandong and their leader Lester Hudson, Demo stepped up to the 3-point line in order of trying to stop 2-time CBA MVP. The result? Flat didn't work so well, as Hudson was able to use quickness to go around every time and later create for others. His Chinese teammate was able to trick Motiejunas by using a quick pull-up shot, which he wasn't able to contest. Another question mark is one of the most coveted qualities in the big man: rim protection. Having a tough last line of the defense is always a quality of a good defensive team, but Demo cannot offer that. Obviously, being 2 meters 13 centimeters tall, he is able to get a block here or there, but usually small guys are not afraid of his presence under the rim. If they beat their primary defender, they often get the shot away easily over Motiejunas, who is not a big leaper vertically. He is also sometimes late to recognize the action as it happens, and it results in a weak contest. Demo is poor defensively overall, and one-on-one defense isn't an exception. He lacks physical strength against stronger opponents in the post, who just bully him until the rim. I'm not sure if it has something to do with his back problems that occurred in the past, but he will have a hard time against big EuroLeague centers like Reynolds, Davies or Tavares. Defense is the biggest question mark about Donatas' game, and it will have some influence on his playing time. It will be important for him to not get into foul trouble quickly. Also, Monaco has signed some athletic big guys who might be more suitable to defend pick and rolls and better at protecting the rim, so it might mean less minutes for Demo on the court. One more clear weakness in Demo's game is free throw shooting. It was getting worse and worse in every of his 3 full seasons in China, reaching as low as 42% last year. 2 of 13, 3 of 11, 2 of 10 and 0 of 5 were some of his worst performances from the stripe, and you never want to see your team losing that many points in any game. I'm not sure he can offer an elite floor stretching either. Even though he was at around 40% last year, Donatas averaged only 0.6 makes per game. His defenders were always letting him shoot, helping hard in the paint and not even bothering to contest when the ball moved outside to Motiejunas. This shouldn't be as big of a problem as free throw shooting, since Demo will probably spend all of his time at center position. There he will be able to demonstrate one thing that he does extremely well, and that got him a $37 million offer from the Houston Rockets, his post-game. Even though he is left-handed, unusually in basketball, he's equally good at posting on both sides of the court. I would even say he prefers the left block a bit more. Donatas is extremely good with both hands in the paint, and this is his favorite shot. Around the rim, he has the softest of touches, and these right-handed hooks are just beautiful to watch. He's very efficient in the post, so he saw a lot of double teams in China. Here it came from the middle, but Demo calmly used the spin and banked it with the left hand. Whenever he sees the middle packed, he spins away quickly and finishes with the contact. Take a look at this finish and clean footwork. When posting up on the right side, obviously he tries to go middle and use his left hand. Due to Donatas' height, there is no way the defenders are blocking this shot, and this is what makes Demo a really dangerous offensive player. You can only try to make it hard for him, but most of it depends on his execution. Efficient actions invite more extreme measures, and this is what happened with Demo post-ups. Other players often came closer to him, opening up opportunities for others. Luckily, Motiejunas is a very capable passer. He saw open teammates inside the paint and on the three-point line creating free shots. When the ball arrived to him in China in the middle of the chaos, he was often the best creator in his team. In this play, when he goes from right block versus the middle, his gravity attracts 4 players in the paint. Demo serves the ball to an open teammate, and as a coach, you can't ask for a better shot than this one. Sometimes he tries to attack one-on-one from the perimeter, and I would rather have him passing out like this than trying to finish through the contact. At this speed, he can't hold his balance very well and sometimes falls down after a slight contact is made, forcing him to miss. On the other hand, when he looked for his teammates, he usually created open shots for them, which resulted in 3 points. Putting post-ups a bit aside, I like Demo in the position of the rolling big guy too. He has a little trick which makes it difficult for opposing teams to defend pick and rolls with him. Donatas is pretty fast for the center position, and his trick is to use these touch-and-go slip screens where he barely touches the guard when setting the screen. It works because the offensive guard is attacking with speed anyway, beating his man. Slip screen is what allows Demo to quickly move to the rim and have a speed advantage against the big guy. Next clip is the perfect example. Here he doesn't even screen Lester Hudson, but his teammate gets the advantage anyway. It is created by faking the idea of the screen, and it also allows Demo to be lower than his defender. Big guy is 1 against 2, and it results in an easy dunk. And now it's time for predictions. I'm guessing he will average around 21 to 23 minutes per game and hover around 11 points with 5 rebounds. However, the most important question will be this one. Will his nice offensive stat line transfer into the team's success? As you saw in this video, Donatas is an elite offensive player with serious flaws on the defensive end. He is capable of scoring against anyone and having short bursts in the offense that can completely change the flow of the game. But he will be heavily targeted by all EuroLeague coaches in their game plan since he is a weak link on pick and roll and individual defense. The season starts in less than a month, and it will be interesting to see how Donatas will impact Monaco games. What do you guys think? Feel free to write your opinion about his game in the comments down below, and don't forget to like this video. This way you are helping our new channel grow faster. Thank you and see you next time.